Politicians are freaking out over Grok, calling it too raw and unfiltered, but I think it's the perfect tool to make money online in a smart way. I've been messing around with this tool from XAI, and it's not just talk. It's a practical way to build something real, and I'm going to walk you through a foolproof method that has worked for me step by step. In case you're not familiar with this tool, Grok is an AI chatbot built by XAI, Elon Musk's company, and it's designed to give straight, no-nonsense answers. People say it's controversial because it doesn't dodge tough topics, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here because it can help you start a business, and I've been testing it to see if it really works. The idea is to copy a company like HomeAdvisor. They make millions of dollars by connecting homeowners with service pros like roofers or plumbers and taking a cut for every lead. A lead is just someone who calls or signs up needing a job done. Not a guaranteed sale, but it still pays. HomeAdvisor's revenue hit hundreds of millions a few years back, and I figured if they can do it, maybe I can too with Grok's help. So I sat down, opened it up, and started typing. The first thing I did was ask Grok for a business idea. I kept it simple and typed, "I want to start a business like HomeAdvisor. Give me niches I can try and tell me the earning potential." That's it. No fancy wording, just plain English. A few seconds later, Grok came back with a list of niches I could try. Roofing caught my eye. I thought about that for a minute. If I could send a roofer 10 calls a week at $100 each, that's $1,000 without me touching a hammer. Grok didn't just throw out random ideas either. It explained why each niche works so I could actually understand the reasoning. I didn't need to guess what might sell. Grok handed me a starting point and I could run with it. Next, I had to pick a location to focus on. I didn't want to mess with my own town because it's small and I'd rather keep this separate. So I pulled up Google Maps on my screen, scrolled around, and landed on Boise, Idaho. There was no real reason. It just felt like a decent-sized spot to test this out. You can do this from anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're in Boise or halfway across the world. The point is to target a city with enough people needing roof fixes. I went back to Grok and asked, "What's a good price for roofing leads in Boise, Idaho?" I liked this number because it felt fair, and I figured roofers wouldn't scoff at it if the leads were solid. Plus, Boise gets snow and wind, so roofs probably take a beating there. That's how I settled on my niche and location, all from a couple of chats with Grok. Now, the tricky part was figuring out how to get homeowners to call without me sitting by the phone all day. I didn't want to be the one answering every call, passing it along like some old-school switchboard operator. That's where call tracking comes in. I looked into free options first because I'm not dropping cash until I know this works. Twilio has a free trial that gives you a phone number to play with. I signed up on their site and got a Boise area code number for nothing up front. The catch is, it's only free for a bit. Then you pay per use, but it's cheap, only a few cents per call. I set it up to forward calls to a roofer I'd find later. The idea is simple. Homeowners call my number, it rings the roofer, and I get paid for connecting them. Twilio tracks every call, so I know exactly how many leads I send. I didn't want to deal with the hassle of talking to people myself, so automating this felt like the way to go. You could answer calls if you want, but I'd rather let the system handle it. Finding roofers to send those calls to was the next step. I opened Google, typed roofers in Boise, Idaho, and scrolled through the results. I picked 3 with decent reviews, nothing fancy, just businesses that looked legitimate and solid. I grabbed their phone numbers from their websites and plugged them into Twilio's forwarding settings. There's an option to ring multiple numbers at once, so I set it up that way. Whoever picks up first gets the homeowner. I added a whisper message too, which Twilio offers in the free trial. It's just a quick recording that plays for the roofer before the call connects, saying, "This lead's from Alex." That way they know it's from me when they answer. I tested it by calling the number myself from my phone, and sure enough, it worked. One of the roofer's lines rang, the whisper played, and I hung up feeling pretty good about it. Making money off this was the part I had to think through. I didn't want to charge roofers up front because they'd laugh me off without proof it worked. So I decided to send a few leads for free first. Once Twilio showed me that a couple of calls went through, I'd reach out. I'd find their email on their site and shoot them a message like, "Hey, I sent you 2 homeowners this week. Would be happy for me to send you more leads for $100 each?" If they say yes, I'd keep the calls coming and figure out payment later, maybe through PayPal or a simple invoice. The logic here is that roofers don't care about $100 if one lead turns into a $5,000 job. Even if half the calls don't work out, they're still ahead. I'd track it all in Twilio's dashboard, which logs every call for free and adjusts the price if they push back. It's flexible, and I like that. Getting homeowners to call that number was the big hurdle. I needed them to see it somewhere, so I turned to videos. InVideo has a free plan, and I figured it would work for this. I signed up, clicked Create Video, and picked the Instagram Reels workflow because it's short and simple. I typed in, "Leaky roof in Boise? Call 208-555-1234 for a free estimate." I added some relaxed background music, picked a clear American voice for narration, and turned on subtitles since people usually scroll with their sound off. I hit generate, and in a few minutes, I had a short video. It's not Hollywood, but it's clean and gets the point across. The free plan limits how many you can make, but one's enough to start. I downloaded it and planned to post it somewhere Boise residents would see. Where to post it took some thinking. I didn't want to use my personal account, so I made a new Instagram page called Boise Home Help. It's basic, just a name tied to the city, nothing clever. I uploaded the video there and added the number in the bio too. Then I did the same on YouTube as a short, since it's free and easy. TikTok's an option, but I skipped it for now to keep this simple. The idea is that homeowners in Boise might stumble across it, especially if I hashtag it with things like Boise Roofing or Idaho Homes. I asked Grok for more marketing tips, and it suggested local Facebook groups. I found a couple of Boise community pages, posted the video there too, and waited to see if anyone bit. It's low effort, and if even one person calls, I'm in business. And I could stop there, but a website felt like a smart add-on. Hostinger's AI website builder has a cheap plan, about $4 a month, but I hunted for a free way first. Wix has a free tier, so I tried that. I signed up, clicked Create with AI, and told it, "Make a roofing lead site for Boise Home Help." A minute later, it built a basic site with a homepage and contact section. I pasted my Twilio number into the contact page, saved it, and published it under a free Wix URL. It's not fancy, but it works. I linked it in my video descriptions on Instagram and YouTube, figuring it might pop up in Google searches for Boise Roofer eventually. This would mean more calls, more leads, and all free to start. I went back to Grok and asked, what are 20 ways I can grow my lead generation business for roofing in Boise, Idaho? It suggested Google Ads, but that's not free, so I held off. Instead, it said to try more locations and more niches like plumbing. I could repeat this whole thing, new number, new videos, new site, and stack the income. If Boise Roofing makes $1,000 a week, 5 cities could be $5,000. It's not large amounts of instant cash, but it's real. The tools are what make it doable. Twilio handles calls, InVideo makes videos, Wix builds sites, and Grok ties it together with ideas. What do you think about this method? Will you try it for yourself? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful or interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.